Good morning, beloveds. So today I am back with, excuse me, the topic on uh, women of the Bible because, like I said, we all currently go through things that women of the Bible went through. Um, so I wanted to discuss some different topics. Not that this is a biblical forum, but just so we can relate to how things went back as far as they did for us even in today. So we as women nurture, encourage, love, and build relationships. It's in us. It's in our DNA. That's who we are. And so then we have to look at the relationships that we build. Are they beneficial? Are they um, enhancing our lives? Is it something that we or the other person can build from? And so when we think of building relationships, we automatically think male female. Well, that's one. We build male female relationships. We build female female relationships. We build female children, female sister, women to women. And like I said, it's important to me because when I see a woman, I see myself in a woman because we are all women. So that's where we are, and we help and we grow and we build. But then in that, what do we when we leave that relationship, or when that relationship grows, if it grows, if it's stagnant, if it's negative, what where do you complete that relationship? Where do you go, from that relationship? Because when we leave necessarily a relationship, it doesn't have to be on a negative note. Sometimes it's just time to walk away, and that's okay. And sometimes relationships build and bond and grow, and we're there for a long amount of time, a long period, and sometimes we're not. Sometimes we leave and come back. It's all different sorts of things to relationships. So, like I said, I was going to discuss this. Um, and so, what I wanted to go over today was women, helping men, helping children, helping women, helping the community, and women helping others who may or may not be like them. So again, that's women helping everybody in general, but women helping others who may or may not be like them is a big one. And the reason why it's a big one, in my opinion, is because often we want to connect with somebody we have something in common with. It's what we do. It's comfortable, and it seems like it just should be that way. But what about somebody who is not like you, who may need some help, or who may reach out, or who may look up to you? Because you never know who's watching. You never know who might look up to you. But you guys, if you look at it, have nothing in common. They're not like you, male or female, but particularly women, because we can be kind of catty, and oftentimes we do not look to build relationships with each other that we don't know. So when somebody reaches out or makes a comment, because 9 times out of 10 they'll just make a comment, and because you will look at that and say that's not me, you will disregard their comment, and maybe they might go in a smaller place. You don't know what place that person is in, so it's always wise to just even say hey, and you never know how it can go from there. So um, uh, building relationships is something that we should be doing on a regular basis, especially in this time, because we need each other to build. Why tear each other down when there's so much out there that we can help each other grow? There's so much out there. You know, people will reach out to you for information, and sometimes you might have a lot on your plate and feel like you can't reply, or you don't have time to meet. But do you know that exchange can give you something, and you never know where you can get it from? Young, old, male, female, black, white, whatever. You never know where you can get it from. So make sure that you make time for that exchange. Sometimes it may have to be a conference call. Sometimes it's a Facebook Live, whatever. But you make time for that exchange, because when you open your ears to new things, you'll get a different perspective. And it's not always going to come from somebody who is like you. So that's what you have to focus on. It's not going to always come from somebody who's like you. When I posted the video a couple days ago, last week, I mentioned standing in the mirror naked and giving yourself 5 positive affirmations. And I want to know who's done that. You don't have to say, oh, I did this naked. You can inbox me. I am going to leave my Facebook page, Keisha Speaks, Kisha Speaks, and you can inbox me there. And just let's build and discuss how you feel about yourself after doing this for a week. And the more you go, the more you grow. So I'm at a point now, and I said it before, I have a mirror in my bathroom where I write things that I want to come to fruition, things that I have to work on, things that I need to change my mindset. And so they're in my bathroom on this mirror, and every day I do my stretches, and I'm looking in this mirror. So I'm looking at myself, but I'm also looking at the words. I am a child of God. I am free. I am retired. I am a multi-homeowner. I am a multi-business owner. I am debt-free. I am retired. So I have all these things written down. And then I have read, write, pray, because every morning I need to read, write, pray. And I have them in my bathroom, because when I go use the bathroom in the morning and I look over at my mirror, then it's my reminder that that's the next thing that I should do, is read, write, pray. And then I have my businesses that I need to come to a place where I'm earning 6 figures from each business. So I have 3 of them, and that's why one of my things is I am a multi-business owner. And then I have consistency, because I need to see that word every day so I can become consistent in the things that I need to do to get where I want to be. To get debt free, I have to be consistent in budgeting and managing my money. To become a multi-business owner, I need to be consistent in putting the time into those businesses. So consistency is one of my words. Increase is one of my words, because I plan on increasing in my life, in my relationships, in my business, with my children, everything around me, my time, my spiritual time, everything around me it needs to increase. So I have to figure out time to do that. And you guys need to do that too. Like, figure out a time that you plan. My day is scheduled out, plan. Today is a different day for me, but every day is scheduled out, planned hour by minute, because I have to have a schedule and time for the things that I want to do. And then my last word that I'm focused on right now is discernment. And I chose discernment because I need to be wise in the decisions that I'm making. I need to hear that spiritual voice before I go forth in the decision that I'm making. And I need to be clear of the people in my circle. I need to be clear of people that come in and offer things, because you make a choice that's not the right choice because you want it so fast, then it's going to slip so fast also. So patience and discernment is something that I'm focusing on right now. So what you do right now, I'm doing the 21-day I Am Challenge. And so we started on December 1st, and every day it's an I am. So my I am for this 21 days is I am debt free. That's focusing my mind on managing my money. No, I'm not going to be debt free in 21 days. But what it is going to do is start focusing my mind on managing my money, budgeting, to become debt free. Because whatever you do, if you do it for 21 days, it becomes habit. If you do something for 21 days, it becomes habit. So whether it's building that relationship, becoming debt free, clearing your mind, self-growth, whatever it is for that 21 days, and you do it 21 days consistently, will become a habit to you. And you will not have to remind yourself to do it, because you then just do it. So that's what we're focusing on right now is the 21 days and the 5 positive affirmations of yourself, because the first person you have to build a relationship with is yourself. And people don't understand that. Some people don't get that, but you have to build a relationship with yourself because you have to love yourself. You have to like yourself. You have to pour into yourself. You have to speak life over yourself. All those things you have to do. So the first person you have to build a relationship with is yourself. Forgive yourself for things that you can't change, and move forward. Look forward to moving forward. Sometimes you have to write those things down. I'm a writer. I have books all over the place, so I will write down things that I need to forgive myself for that I can't change, getting rid of guilt that I can't change, because we hold those things in, and even still hearing things that people say, and sometimes people say things because it's what they hold in their heart, and so they'll say it to you, trying to pour that onto you. And so we have to write those things down. I am not what this person said I am. I am not holding on to this guilt. I am no longer going to be angry about this. I forgive myself for things that I cannot change, because you holding on to the past of things that you can't change hinders your growth. It hinders your growth, and when you hinder your growth, you get stuck. So why would we allow ourselves to be stuck in a situation over something that we cannot change? You can't change the past. The past is done. So we look forward and we move forward, and we want to rid our thinking of those things. Yes, it's going to always be there. You always know. But do you have to hold on to it? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. We want to grow and move on from those things. So write it down, get rid of it, ball it up, throw it away, burn it, whatever you need to do. But you get it out and you move forward. You get it out and you move forward. So one assignment that I'm going to give for this week is to get rid of the guilt, or forgive yourself for things that you can't change. Because those are two things that we as women carry a lot. We want to save everybody. We want to save our families. We want to save our children. We want to save our friends. We want to save the job. Like, we want to save everything and everybody, and we carry that weight. And sometimes we might feel guilty because it didn't go away that we wanted it to go. Parenting doesn't come with a handbook, and I'm sure a lot of us feel guilty about some of the things that we did in parenting, decisions that we made, careers, entrepreneurship, whatever it is. Write it down, get rid of it, and free yourself. And when you free yourself, when I say let it go, let it go. Completely let it go, because we cannot change it. So that first relationship that you're going to build is a relationship with yourself. You're going to love yourself, grow on yourself, build with yourself, figure out what you like. 9 times out of 10, because we are mothers, we have a career, we have mates or husbands, whatever, we don't get time to figure out what we like. I asked somebody the other day, what are you doing for you? And the response was, well, I'm dating. That's not for you. When I say, what are you doing for you? I mean, are you going to a bathhouse? Are you going to get a massage? Are you taking some quiet time just alone for you? Are you doing something that you like to do for you? Not what are you doing, but what are you doing for you? What's your self-love? What's your self-love? My self-love, I'm going to go get my nails done. I'm going to get my feet done. I'm going to sit in that chair and have that body massage. I love that. My self-love is going to get an actual physical massage. I love that. My self-love is going somewhere to eat one of my favorite kinds of foods, just alone to think. I love that. My self-love is writing to get things out. I love that. My self-love is turning on that music, cranking it up in my dining room, and dancing my heart out by myself. I love that. So what's your self-love? What do you like to do, and what are you doing for you? Do you do it on a regular basis? Is it once a week? Is it once a month? What do you do to grow for yourself? What's your self-love? How are you building a relationship with yourself? How are you taking care of yourself? Because when you take care of yourself, your health, your mental, everything falls in line. You feel better, you look better, your posture is better. So love yourself and build that relationship with yourself, and then you start building relationships with other people, because that's where it comes from. Everybody should know by now, you attract what you put out. So if you're putting out negative, bad energy, you're going to attract negative, bad energy. If you're putting out sad, pitiful, you're going to attract sad, pitiful. If you're putting out happy, upbeat, you're going to attract happy, upbeat. So whatever you put out is what you're going to get back. I put out happy, love, and I know this about myself because that's who I am. And I have my moments when I'm in a funk, because we all get there, and I will not communicate with a lot of people because I don't want to pour that energy into them. Some communication you have to have. You have to communicate at work. You have to communicate with your children. You have to have communication, but you can limit it, and you can be mindful of what you say, because you don't want to pour that into somebody else, because what you pour into somebody else trickles down. And when it starts trickling down, so on and so on and so on, you're contaminating the people in your circle. And so how do you get back to the upbeat? Because if you're contaminating the people in your circle with the negative, it comes back around and around and around, and everybody's negative for a period of time. And it's hard to get your entire circle out of this funk. So who's going to be the upbeat? And it's a lot of weight to carry. And sometimes you are that person who is the upbeat. And then who's the person that you go to when you're drained? So that's why I'm the writer. I write because a lot of people come to me, and I don't have a problem with that. That's my gift. That's the gift that God gave me, is to be here for people. And so a lot of people come to me. But when I am in that funk, I'm not going to pour that into somebody else. I'm going to write until my heart's content. I might dance, and I'm going to let it go. I throw away a lot of paper. Like I said, I have a lot of books. So I write and I throw it away, because what's between me and the spiritual is between me and the spiritual. And that's how you get rid of it. You don't have to always communicate it verbally to somebody. Sometimes we need that, but not always. Sometimes it's wise to just write it and let it go, because sometimes the things that you have to say aren't meant for somebody else's ears, and that's okay too. So today, this week, we're going to focus on self-relationship, building self, loving self. What do you like to do for you? Really figure out and think that what do you like to do for you, and what are you doing for you? And if you don't know, this is the time to figure it out. A walk in the park. It doesn't have to be something that costs money. It can be something that's free. Like I said, writing, dancing, those things are free. So you don't always have to spend money, because sometimes you don't have the money to spend. Sometimes I don't have the money to spend, and that's when dancing and writing comes into play. But honestly, writing is one of the best things that I can do. It's one of the best. Excuse me. So take this week, figure out what you like to do. Inbox me, Keisha Speaks, KISHASPEAKS. Excuse me. And we can talk about the things that we like to do. Or you figured out the thing that you like to do. And you're growing from there. I don't know what's in my throat, but it's there. So that's the topic for this week, is relationships, building relationships. And we're going to start with building a relationship with ourselves. I'm looking forward to hearing more of your stories, and we will see you next week.